Suzuki's 2026 GSX-R1000 Evolution, or the most controversial update in 40 years. 40 years of GSX-R history. 4 decades of wins, legends, street dominance, and loyal riders who grew up with one name in their heart: the Gixxer. And now, for 2026, Suzuki has finally unveiled the newest GSX-R1000 and GSX-R1000R, a release that instantly ignited the motorcycle world. Some fans say, finally, Suzuki is back. Others say, too late, too little. But let's break down exactly what Suzuki did and why the motorcycle community is more divided than ever. The 2026 GSX-R1000 still carries its iconic 999cc inline-four engine. But this time, it has been heavily revised to survive the strict Euro 5+ emissions regulations. And while the engineering is impressive, the first headline everyone saw was this: power drops from 199 horsepower down to around 192 horsepower in the Euro spec. Boom. Instant internet meltdown. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. That drop doesn't tell the full story. Internally, Suzuki worked hard. We're talking forged aluminum pistons, DLC-coated wrist pins, bigger exhaust valves, higher compression ratio at 13.8 to 1. Revised crankshaft, new 48mm throttle bodies. These aren't tiny tweaks. These are the changes you make when you're preparing for the next decade, not just the next model year. But because the peak horsepower number dropped slightly, many riders instantly said, dead on arrival, still behind Ducati and BMW. Why even bother? Meanwhile, old-school GSX-R fans came in swinging with full passion. Power isn't everything. We want reliability, not fireworks. Finally, Suzuki is listening to us. And just like that, you have the recipe for a perfect moto-internet war. But that's not all. Suzuki added aerodynamic winglets, something fans have begged for. Why? Because every modern superbike now fights for downforce, stability, and MotoGP DNA. Suzuki finally joined the battle. Then you look at the GSX-R1000R model, and it gets even better. Showa BFF front suspension, BFRC light rear shock, steel-braided brake lines. Improved electronics. This is the version track riders will absolutely love. But the biggest trigger of all, the longer exhaust, forced by emissions, necessary for regulations. But aesthetically, let's just say people had opinions. Some said it looks clean. Others said Suzuki ruined the bike. A few even claimed it's the biggest downgrade since 2017. So what does this all mean? Is Suzuki playing it too safe? Or are they staying true to the GSX-R DNA, focusing on balance, middle-range torque, and real-world riding instead of chasing dyno numbers? Because let's be honest, most people riding superbikes on the street will never touch 14,000 RPM, but everyone will feel the improvements in torque, throttle response, and handling. And here's the final debate. Did Suzuki evolve the GSX-R1000? Or did they simply refuse to chase the horsepower war? Some call the new model smart engineering. Others call it outdated. And that's why your opinion matters. So I'll end it with one question. Did Suzuki make the right decision for 2026? Or does this bike already feel 5 years behind? Drop your take below. Let the debate explode.